Ofentse, quite a bizarre occurrence. What's happening? What's the latest?
Thank you very much, Desiree. I'm just going to move away from the camera so that my colleague can zoom in to the site of the administration building that was actually torched this morning. As we understand, it's not yet clear what are the reasons behind these torchings. This is the fourth school to actually be torched in the area ever since the 21-day lockdown actually began. So later on, we will be joined by the Gauteng Education MEC, Mr. Panyaza Lisufi, who's actually going to visit the schools that were torched during the duration of the 21-day lockdown. But joining me now is one of the SGB members, in fact is the chairman of the SGB here at the Soshanguve High School, who's actually going to tell us what exactly transpired this morning. Thank you so much for your time, sir. If you can just elaborate on what exactly transpired this morning.
Okay, thanks. Today I received a call from the school principal around 4 in the morning. He was informing me that the school was burning. So as I was at work, I drove here and found emergency personnel and police. And the emergency personnel were busy trying to extinguish the fire.
Yes, and we understand this is the fourth school that has been torched ever since the 21-day lockdown. Would you say maybe there's a syndicate? Is there anything that maybe was stolen, if you have established that much?
So far, we don't know whether they've stolen anything, but what I can say is that the modus operandi is the same, of which they burned the administration block.
Yes. Is there anything of value that might have been damaged by the fire in the administration block?
Yes, in our school, all the equipment that were inside the administration block were burned down, completely damaged.
Yes. And do you have a list maybe of some of the items that we're talking about, and if you can maybe speculate on the cost of damage itself?
I'll be lying to estimate the cost. But what I can tell you is that all the machinery that we use on a daily basis to run the school were burnt down, including the type packs that the school are using to make papers for the learners.
And in terms of security and making sure that the premises is actually secure, do you have maybe a security guards on the premises guarding the place 24 hours?
Unfortunately, there was security. That is, the contract was expired or terminated on the 31st of March. So far, all the schools around here, they don't have security. They have to make a plan on how to safeguard the school, especially, as they say, is the duty of the SGB to do so. And one thing that I want to say is that our school is a non-fee-paying school, so we depend solely on donations which we ask the parents to donate towards the school, of which very few are adhering or donating to the school, of which make it very difficult for the school to hire proper security to guard the school on 24-hour basis.
And can't you formulate contingency measures since there's no security, the schools are actually going to be very vulnerable to such acts?
Yeah, as I said, the challenge is the issue of finance. But since we knew that the contract of the previous security personnel was going to end, we employed a security guard that guard the school during day that at night we don't have.
No, thank you very much. That was Mr. Hlengani Chaoke, who's the SGB chairperson here at the Soshanguve High School, actually saying that security contracts to most schools in this area lapsed around end of March, and that left the schools vulnerable for attack, which might explain why 4 schools in the area have been subject to arson ever since the 21-day lockdown began. And with that, it's back to studio.
Thanks, Ofentse.